Look out across the glittering expanse of the eastern Mediterranean. A massive harbour is carved directly into the rocky Levantine coastline, choked with timber and ships boasting proud, horse-headed prows. This is Byblos, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, the jewel of the Phoenician coast. Beyond it, the majestic peaks of Mount Lebanon rise into the clouds, blanketed by massive, fragrant cedar forests. King Gebal rules a maritime and commercial network that holds the great empires of Egypt and Mesopotamia in the palm of its hand. But what was it actually like to spend a single day here? Not as a distant pharaoh or an untouchable king, but as an ordinary person navigating the greatest maritime hub of the ancient world, using AI trained on sunken shipwrecks, excavated trading posts, and historical texts like the Tale of Wenamun. We've reconstructed what a day in this Canaanite powerhouse actually looked like. We're talking about the real city, not just the myths of great explorers. Imagine the deafening roar of the shipyards, contracts written in a revolutionary new alphabet, and gods of the sea who demand constant reverence from dawn to midnight. This is what life was actually like on the Phoenician coast. Let's step back 3,000 years. Dawn. The sun rises over the snow-capped mountains of Lebanon, casting long golden shadows across the water, and Byblos is already moving. You're standing near the primary harbour, which cuts deeply into the rocky shore. The sea is everything here: a highway, a defensive barrier, an economic engine, and a divine presence. Right now, it's early spring, the perfect season to launch the great merchant fleets before the unpredictable winter storms return. Fishermen are already out on the water in small, nimble wooden skiffs, tossing weighted nets into the azure waves. They are catching tuna and sardines, fish that will be sold in the market by midday or dried in the hot sun for long voyages. Women and men are walking down to the communal stone wells with clay jars to draw fresh water. Space on this coastal strip is incredibly limited. The city is wedged tightly between the mountains and the sea, meaning every square inch of land is highly developed and fiercely protected. You can see workers heading to the terraced hillsides outside the massive defensive walls. While they don't have the endless floodplains of the Nile or the Euphrates, they are master agriculturalists. Olive groves, sprawling vineyards, and fig trees cling to the steep, rocky soil. But agriculture isn't what makes Byblos rich. What makes them rich is the timber towering high above them. The cedars of Lebanon are the most highly prized building material on earth, essential for constructing temple roofs in Jerusalem and the massive river barges of Egypt. The entire city is waking up to the rich, earthy smell of freshly cut cedar wood. By the time the sun is fully up, you're heading toward the bustling commercial district. You pass through the massive stone gates of the city, structures built with incredibly heavy limestone blocks. This isn't just a defensive wall, it's a testament to engineering and wealth. Byblos is the center of global trade, and this is what greets you when you enter. You're walking along the paved streets that lead from the harbour toward the temple of Baalat Gebal, the Lady of Byblos. The walls on either side are decorated with intricate carvings of lotus flowers and protective sphinxes, showcasing a beautiful, seamless blend of Egyptian and local Canaanite art. During the great festivals, priests carry offerings along this exact path to honor the goddess who protects the fleets. But today is an ordinary day of intense commerce. Inside the city, the noise hits you immediately. This is the global marketplace. Merchants are here from everywhere: Egyptians in fine linen, Greeks from the Aegean Islands, Hittites from the north, and traders from the deep deserts of Arabia. Byblos sits at the absolute crossroads of the Mediterranean. Trade routes from the sea and overland caravans converge right here on these docks. You hear a dozen languages echoing off the stone walls. Stalls sell everything imaginable: copper from Cyprus, papyrus from the Nile, lapis lazuli from deep in Asia, and fine linen. But the local exports are what truly draw the crowds. Massive bales of purple-dyed wool sit in the stalls. This colour, Tyrian purple, is extracted drop by drop from the murex sea snail in a complex, heavily guarded process. It is the most expensive dye in the world, destined for the robes of emperors and kings. Byblos and its sister cities lack the massive land armies of their neighbours, but they are an economic powerhouse, exporting massive amounts of timber, glass, and luxury textiles. They control the sea routes, and that makes them incredibly rich. By mid-morning, you're at a merchant's office near the harbour. You need a contract written, a cargo manifest for a ship sailing to North Africa. You're securing amphorae of olive oil and wine. The scribe sits at a wooden table, but he isn't holding a heavy, cumbersome clay tablet. He isn't pressing a reed stylus into mud to make thousands of complex cuneiform wedges. He pulls out a smooth, lightweight sheet of imported Egyptian papyrus. He uses a fine brush and ink to write something entirely revolutionary. He is using the Phoenician alphabet. It has only 22 simple, elegant symbols. Each symbol represents a single sound, not an entire word or concept. The scribe writes your name, the captain's name, the amount of oil, and the destination. It takes him seconds, not hours. This system is so utterly logical and easy to learn that it is spreading like wildfire across the trading ports. He rolls a small wax seal onto the bottom of the papyrus. Your contract is registered. Thousands of these papyrus scrolls are filed away in wooden chests, documenting the most sophisticated maritime trade network on Earth. You pay the scribe in raw silver bullion, weighed meticulously on a bronze balance scale. Everything in Byblos is measured: weight, distance, and ocean currents. The merchants are obsessed with precision and efficiency. We still feel the echoes of their trading practices today. By noon, you're walking past the grand palace of King Gebal, perched on a rise overlooking the harbour. This is a place of intense, high-stakes diplomacy. Right now, inside the cedar-panelled audience hall, a famous historical encounter is taking place. Wenamun, an official envoy from the great temple of Amun in Egypt, is standing before the king. Wenamun has come to Byblos to acquire cedar wood to build a sacred barge for the Egyptian gods. In centuries past, Egypt simply demanded this wood as tribute from its vassals. But times have changed. King Gebal sits on his carved ivory throne and refuses to hand over the timber for free. He demands payment. He brings out the royal ledgers, proving to the envoy that previous pharaohs paid handsomely in silver, gold, and fine linens. It is a massive shift in global power dynamics. The king of Byblos is looking the representative of the Egyptian empire in the eye and demanding a fair, balanced trade. It is a moment that declares, we answer to no one but the ledger. He is a king who bends empires to his merchant rules. By afternoon, you're standing near the temple of Baalat Gebal, the supreme goddess of the city. The temple is massive, featuring towering obelisks and a large open-air courtyard paved with fine stone. To the people of Byblos, she is the ultimate protector, the lady who calms the raging seas and blesses the merchant fleets with safe passage. At the center of the courtyard is a shrine. Priests are conducting the afternoon rituals. They are making offerings of pure olive oil, sweet wine, and frankincense imported from Arabia. Baalat Gebal is deeply respected. The Phoenicians tell stories of the great gods, of El, the father of all, and of the rising god of vegetation, Adonis, whose myth is deeply tied to the nearby rivers. Every ritual, every offering, reinforces the cosmic order that keeps the storms at bay and the harbours safe. The gods are satisfied, skip the rituals, and the ships sink. The priests take this very seriously. As the sun sets, casting a brilliant orange glow over the Mediterranean, you are down at the shipyards. Master shipwrights are inspecting the hulls of the massive Byblos cargo ships. But the true mastery of this civilization isn't just in the wood, it's in the sky. The navigators of Byblos and Tyre are the best sailors in the world. They have been tracking the movements of the stars for centuries. While other nations are terrified to lose sight of the coastline, hugging the shore and anchoring every night, these mariners sail directly into the open, uncharted ocean. They use the constellations to navigate in pitch blackness. Specifically, they have mapped the Ursa Minor constellation, the North Star. The Greeks will later call this the Phoenician star because they learn this incredible navigational secret directly from your people. They watch the heavens obsessively, recording wind patterns and celestial movements. This isn't just stargazing, it's sophisticated astronomy applied directly to global commerce and survival. Modern maritime navigation begins right here on these docks, with sailors looking up at the night sky. As darkness falls, you head home. Your house is built of sturdy limestone, with a flat roof where you might sleep to catch the cool sea breeze on warm nights. A few rooms are arranged around a small private courtyard. Inside, your wife has been managing the household, overseeing the weaving of fine textiles, and organizing the family's trade investments. Women in this merchant society hold significant domestic and economic influence, often managing estates and vast wealth while their husbands are at sea for months at a time. Dinner is simple but rich in Mediterranean flavors. Bread baked in a clay oven, olives, goat cheese, and fresh fish caught that morning. You might have a bowl of lentils seasoned with exotic herbs, accompanied by a cup of strong, sweet wine. The extremely wealthy live very lavishly in multi-story homes decorated with carved ivory furniture, drinking from imported gold cups. But everyone relies on the sea and the harvest. It's the foundation of life. After dinner, you might tell stories of the great voyages, tales of brave sailors who passed through the Pillars of Hercules into the vast Atlantic Ocean, returning with precious tin from the edge of the world. These stories of undiscovered islands, new trading posts in North Africa like Carthage, and incredible wealth have been told for generations. They'll keep being told long after Byblos fades from glory. Late at night, the city finally gets quiet. There is no major night economy, just the gentle, rhythmic sound of the waves crashing against the stone sea walls. You can hear the distant calls of the harbour watchman and the wind sweeping down from the Cedar mountains. People respect the power of the dark waters. The people of the Levant believe in spirits of the sea and the wind, so they paint protective eyes on the prows of their ships and keep small protective amulets in their homes. They pray to the gods of the harbour, hoping their investments will multiply. Their ships will not be splintered by the storms, and their families will prosper in peace. They rely on their wits, their contracts, and their unparalleled mastery of the waves. Everyone knows the rules of the sea. So, that was 24 hours on the ancient Phoenician coast. It wasn't just the mythical purple dye and the cedar forests, or just the legends of great explorers. It was a real, breathing city with its papyrus contracts, navigators reading the stars, and the Mediterranean flowing into the center of everything. Byblos was already incredibly ancient when this day happened. The city had existed for thousands of years and would continue to thrive for centuries before new empires redrew the maps. But in 1050 BC, this coastline was the absolute engine of the world. They gave us the 22-letter alphabet that forms the basis of almost every Western language today. They gave us the first true global trade network, the foundational rules of maritime navigation, and some of the greatest shipbuilding technology in history. Their physical empire is mostly gone, buried under modern cities or lost to the sea. But the ideas survived: the alphabet, the navigation, the commerce. Every time you write a sentence or look at a map of the globe, you are using the tools they invented. They didn't conquer the world with swords, they conquered it with sails and letters, and what they built still shapes how we communicate today. This video is brought to you by the Paladin Learn History app. Scan the QR code to learn more history.